MLW has officially touched down in Georgia, and spirits are at an all-time high. The Magic and Eagles are preparing to play in our biggest and best World Series yet, and we're here to break it all down today. That's right. We are here at Lucky's Restaurant in Roswell, Georgia for the 2023 MLW World Series Preview Show. Tommy, how about this crowd right now?
How about this crowd? Too many negative Tom signs, too many negative Mallard signs. I'm sick of the slander. I didn't drive across the country for all the slander.
I don't know if you guys could even hear Tom there, but yeah, this is awesome. Shout out to Lucky's Restaurant for having us, and we're here to break down the series, which is going to be our biggest and best yet, like I just said, and we'll go over some strategy and some insights on the series, but also have some fun. We have a relay race planned, got some blazing wings involved, so that should be very fun. But let's go into the rundown of how the show is going to go. So we're going to lead it off with a Magic interview with RJ Walgate and Jack Aigner. Then we'll get into a game called Who Has the Edge, where me and Tommy will break down some categories on the series from the ace of each team all the way down to team chemistry. Then we'll have an Eastern Eagles interview with Dallas and Dan, and then have that relay race reward challenge, and then conclude obviously with some predictions and with a special guest, I might add. So it's going to be a very fun show. Thanks for watching the video, and we're going to start it off with an interview with Jack and RJ. Here comes RJ.
Where's Jack?
Where's Aigner? Swag.
RJ slide
Oh,
over.
there's swag.
The tall guy next to me.
There's swag.
Put the tall guy
Welcome to
next
the
to
show.
Tom.
Welcome to the
Classic.
show.
Classic. How's it going, bud?
I just want to say congratulations once more for winning the American League. I know it's not easy, and it's your first time in the World Series. I guess just initial thoughts of being here.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. We've seen a lot of new faces come through the Magic organization, and I think we finally got our core group of guys. Feel confident going into the series tomorrow. It's going to be electric, so can't wait.
Sweet.
Question for you, RJ, too. It's been a while since you played. About a month since the ALCS. Any team prep since then? Some team meetings, maybe practices? What have you guys done to stay fresh?
You know, it's been a while since we played, but not a while since we practiced. I know myself personally, been putting in a lot of work. Ton of meetings, you know, chemistry building over the phone. It's been like a month or something since we played, but we're feeling fresher than ever.
All right, good to hear.
Jack, I have a question about the team dynamic of the squad. So obviously, you have 3 new guys enter the building in April after that draft, 2 of them being via the draft and 1 undrafted free agent. So why is this team gelled so well together? 3 vets, 3 rookies, and now you're in the World Series.
Yeah, you know, I think it's just a really good group of guys. There's not a bad guy in the bunch. We've got a wide range in terms of age, obviously, and I think that works well for our team. You know, we got a lot of experience on this team. Also some new faces that are always hungry. So yeah, the chemistry has been awesome this year.
And RJ, final question for you. You and Trevor are both phenomenal in that ALCS against the Preds. You, of course, won game 1. Trevor, perfect game in game 2. How you guys plan on balancing the bullpen, using Bonham, not using Bonham? What's the plan?
You know, I won't say too much. I know we got some people dying to know what we're going to do and stand behind me. But what I will
some fans behind you might want to know.
Yeah, some fans. But what I will say is I can guarantee me and Trev both going to be locked in and be ready.
All right, well, good luck. Big day for the Magic tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you, Magic. Thank you, Magic.
Go enjoy the food. All right, and while our fans, friends, and family enjoy their food behind us, Kyle and I are going to get into our segment called Who Has the Edge, where we break down 5 different segments from each team about their strengths and weaknesses and who has the edge in which spots. So those 5 different items are aces, bullpen depth, power hitting, contact hitting, and team chemistry. So to start us off with the aces, looking at RJ Walgate on the Magic and Dallas Allen with the Eagles. Very close one here, but we're going to give the edge to Walgate and the Magic.
Yeah, we did a lot of debating on this one. It was almost a draw, but we have to give the edge to RJ. He's only lost 1 game all year, and it was
in St. Louis, his first ever out-of-state event, too.
Right, exactly. He's just been so dominant, and his stride and the way he gets that ball so high up in the air is just something this league has never seen. Dallas has been touched up a little bit, mainly you, 2 home runs in the NLCS. RJ doesn't really give up too many home runs. 3 to be exact, all of 2023, and 2 were in that St. Louis series. So I guess that is kind of a little note. I mean, 2 of the 3 home runs, 1 was Pearson walk-off, but 2 were out of state in a special series, kind of like an environment he's about to be in. But regardless, I still think he's earned this edge.
He did, and I did notice the nerves from RJ talking to him before the St. Louis series, and even after the game, like I could tell he was a little bit flustered.
I mean, you look at game 3, he bounced back and threw a shutout.
Exactly. I think that was probably good for him in the long run, and Jack said that on the podcast as well, that he needed to get touched up a little bit. Bounced back in game 3, threw a shutout, got the win. I mean, it doesn't get any higher pressure than the ALCS to get here, and he played great there.
Right, and let's go on to bullpen depth right now. This is where we are going to put a draw on it. Blade's been so good, and Bonham threw the 11th perfect game in MLW history, so Two guys that have been overperforming, I think, expectations in 2023. They don't have the flashiest arsenals, but they get the ball over, they throw strikes, they give their teams a chance to win. It's tough to give one guy an edge here.
It is. They're different. Looking at the numbers, I think Blade has the higher whip. He walks more guys. Bonham will attack you, but I think Bonham has more, hittable pitches.
Yep.
Not as much movement as Blade. Blade has sort of a wicked drop ball that he throws a lot, but a lot of different variations, sort of that effectively wild situation. So hitters have more trouble adjusting to Blade, but Bonham will attack you, and if you're not ready for it, he'll strike you out if you're shopping.
Let's go on to power hitting now, and we are going to give the edge to the Metro Magic, mainly because Grant Miller's a beast. Aigner's coming out of nowhere in the second half of the year, and think of guys like Ackerman who's gone yard, and Trevor Bonham with that 2-run shot in Game 1 of the ALCS. So, obviously the Eagles, they can go yard at any time with Daniel and Dallas, but I think of guys like Zach and Landon, they mainly put the ball in play as opposed to going yard. So I think the Magic, they really sit in that box thinking they want homers as opposed to getting singles up the middle, that kind of thing.
Yeah, the Magic hit 9 home runs this season. A lot of them were Grant, and Grant even missed a whole series. A whole 3 games without Grant. They would have led the league this year, I think, in home runs had Grant been there all year long. Grant, when he's present, is averaging about .45 home runs a game, highest in MLW. It's his rookie season. He's no stranger to the big moment. He played in that NWLA championship game on live TV. So he's just very familiar to wiffle ball in big spots, even though this is his first year in MLW. So I don't think he'll be too out of place out there at Mercedes-Benz Stadium tomorrow.
Yeah, if I had to pick one power hitter to represent this series, it's Grant Miller. He's the most likely guy to go yard. But let's go on to contact hitting, and this is where the Eagles eat. You think of Landon and Zach, like I mentioned, but also Dan and Dallas. They have great swings that just put the ball in play. But I think Zach, being that leadoff hitter, he really sets the tone for this Eagle offense, and it sets the tone for Dallas and Dan for those home runs to be 2-run shots, 3-run shots, as opposed to solos that can really decide games and eventually a World Series. So Zach is a huge piece to the Eagle roster, and their contact hitting, I think, is probably the best part about their whole squad, aside from Dallas's crazy banana ball, of course.
Yeah, I learned the hard way on that one to conclude that last series. But no, I totally agree with you. Top to bottom, they're just so good, and it's demoralizing as an opponent when balls are just constantly being put your way. We're used to such a strikeout-heavy league. You don't see a lot of that on defense. So.
You want to know a key stat, Tom?
What's up?
And you were very involved in this game. Game 3, NLCS. They put 10 balls in play. They weren't all hits, but they put the pressure on the defense. Like how stressful is that for a right fielder and a left fielder in a game like that?
Very much. Very much. It's not easy at the Meadows. Won't be any easier with this fast turf tomorrow in Atlanta. So it's tough. And I think this team, top to bottom, is just overall solid. Like I said, the Magic from top to bottom, especially without Grant, is a sub-200 squad, whereas the Eagles are easily in that 200 batting average range. So definitely give the edge to the squad in the contact hitting category.
Yep, 16 postseason hits too. That's the most in the league right now.
Yeah.
Let's go on to team chemistry though. We're gonna give the edge to the Eagles here. I think it's just because the Magic are so new to each other. Like I said, a lot of these were tough to pick. But the Eagles, I think they have such good vibes. And honestly, shout out to Carson, your guys. I don't know where he's at right now. Carson.
Playing cornhole,
eating wings right now. Of course he is. But he is low-key a big part of this squad. So shout out to Carson for keeping the vibes up for the squad.
Yeah, Eagles just mesh really well, like a big group of friends, pretty much. The Magic, I gotta give credit where credit's due. Grant Miller has done a great job of bringing those guys together, along with their captain, Jack Aigner, but they're still just very new. I think this series tomorrow, well, next Friday for you all at home, it's only their 7th time ever taking the field together, whereas the Eagles have been doing this for years now. They have this new era of Dallas Allen since 2021, and I think since then this group has felt very familiar with each other. And even the Bay City kids, your guys' brothers, have been at these tournaments, so the Eagles are more familiar with each other, better friends, I'd say, overall outside of the game, but Magic are still a very well-bonded squad, so it's tough, but teams are even, like we said, 2-2-1 here on these different categories, and I don't know who will come out on top. I think the series will be very similar, very evenly matched, and anything could happen. I don't have a clear favorite. It's tough to make decisions, so I think we got these calls right.
That's right. That was Who Has the Edge with me and Tommy. Now let's go to the Eagles interview.
Well, pal, Dan, good to see you. Looking good.
Oh, these fans love the Eagles. Dallas, congratulations on being here. I just want to know, though, you really reinvented yourself physically, and you got a lot more mature in the offseason, so how rewarding is it to be here in Georgia?
It's just a blessing to be here. I'm so thankful to be in this league, and whatever happens tomorrow, I know that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Love that, love that.
And Dan, your season's changed a lot from beginning to end. You came in sort of as the number 2 arm on the team, and that quickly dwindled for you, unfortunately. Yeah. So we haven't seen too much dirty down on the mound this year, but your bat's really come around lately. How's that been feeling, and you think not pitching has helped you on offense?
Honestly, yes. It's been a huge sigh, just a big relief to get that off my chest, honestly. But we made the necessary adjustments, and I'm looking forward to doing my thing at the plate. So excited.
Good. And this is actually a question for both Dallas and Dan, but I'll go to Dallas first. You guys played out of state a lot, not out of state, but special series a lot. 6 games to be exact in 2023, the mini MLB series and Detroit series. I want to know how much that is going to affect the World Series, and maybe if that gives you an advantage playing out of state and playing those special series so much this year.
Playing out of state is a blessing. Playing in front of fans is amazing. Obviously it's a little nerve-wracking, but once you get dialed in, you realize that it just wasn't long. You just have to play your game. So I think we do have a little bit of advantage. We just try to keep the vibes up and just stay positive, and good things will happen.
I will note the Magic, of course, played in St. Louis, but Dan, your take on this and just playing in front of a crowd and kind of preparing for this Atlanta crowd you're about to see.
Oh, I can't wait for it. I've heard, a few hundred people. I can't wait for the atmosphere. I'm just super excited, just happy to be part of it, Kyle.
Well, hey, once again, Eagles, thank you for joining the stage today, and good luck in the World Series.
Not too much luck, Dan. Not too much luck. It should be me.
All right, not to sound like Jeff Probst here, but come on in, guys. Fellas, how we doing? Good. We're doing good? Who's excited for the relay race?
I'm excited.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Here's how it's going to go. It's a 3-part relay race challenge. For part 1, the Magic and Eagles will select a few guys from each squad to get 3 beanbags in the hole. Once that happens, they pass it on to stage 2. Stage 2, 1 guy for each squad will be doing the hot wing challenge. There's 2 wings there for each guy. Whenever you clean them, you pass it on to stage 3, and Tommy's going to be the judge there, and he's a very hard critic. He wants those bones clean. Stage 3 is the golf chipping challenge. We have a lot of golfers in the league. They're going to love this. But whoever gets to the net first will be the winner, and that will be our relay race champion. And do you guys want to know what you're playing for? Yeah. Brownie Sundays on us. Yeah. All right, let's drop our spots and let's get going. Players ready? Go! They are off. 0 for 1 to start it off, and yes, they are going to have to retrieve their own tosses. And that'd be a point in real cornhole, but not sufficient right now. That's a good toss. All right, the Eagles got 1. The Eagles are on the board. Got a lot of Eagle fans over there. Dan, Dirty Dan, oh! Dan's blaming the board. 1, we got a 1-1 tie. Almost into the parking lot, those landing-your-gitis. Here's Ackerman off the board. I like the distance though, Blade. Whoa! Blade's going up and over. That's a good toss, Curly. They've got 2. Can Waylon answer? Oh, 2-1 Curly. Whoa, coming to me. Here's Dirty Dan to tie. Just a little short. 1 toss could send him onto the wing. That will do it. Jack, go. 3, and they only got 1. Eagles currently only have 1, and Jack is underway. He's scarfing that thing down. The Eagles are pulling up the rear. We're going to need an all-time performance from Carson Urgitis if they can get it to him. It's currently a blowout. Oh, that was a good toss, Waylon. An absolute blowout. The Magic are setting the tone right now. Eagles are still missing all over the place. And the Magic are on to stage 3. It's bottom, with the Eagles still on stage 1 for the win. Oh, this could take him a while. The pressure is on Trevor Bottom. The Eagles have another one in the hole. Can Trevor put it away? Not on the bounce. Does a bounce count? Tom, your official ruling, does a bounce count? A bounce will count officially. And the Eagles have 3, they're on the wings. And Bottom is currently under pressure. Now Carson's going crazy on the wing. I need an all-time performance out of you. Let's go, let's go. Bottom is still struggling over here. If they can get to Dallas, he can win it. He is going crazy. Let's go. Did he get the clearance? Did he have the green light? Trevor's still going for the win. This is not easy. Come on, Carson. I need your car. Get into a stage 3. Come on, Carson. Oh, he's just missing. Still alive. Bottom still going for the win. Just missed. Carson is still on stage 2. Will he get the green light? He got the green light! Whoever gets in it first wins. They have officially tied it up. What an all-time comeback from the Eagles in the first ever relay race. Dallas for the win. Bottom for the win. Dallas golfs. One of the best golfers in MLW. And that will do it! It's a comeback victory for the Eagles! Oh my goodness! They get 3 brownies! Oh my God, and that will set the tone for this weekend. That's right, yeah. The Eagles won. The Eagles win. Wow, that was insane.
Nobody believed in you. God did. God did. They ain't believe in us. You guys suck at cornhole. Jack started eating probably 2 minutes before us.
We had brownie sundaes.
Oh, another one?
This would be really funny if it's the blooper after the
There's no way we came back.
It's a good win.
All right, well, that was a very exciting relay race. And now it's my favorite part of the show. Mark Schultz is joined to the stage. That's right, that's right. He's one of our guest pickers today. That's right, the people love him. We'll get to your insight in a second, but I'm calling the game, so I'm not giving a prediction. I will give an X factor on what I think will really decide the series. I talked about it a little bit earlier, but I really think it's going to come down to who has a better day, Blade Walker, Trevor Bonham. Whoever has the lower ERA, I think will win this series. That's all I'm going to say right now. Tom, what are we thinking?
Oh, it's tough. Like I've been saying all show long, this is such an even matchup. Very different teams from age differences, chemistry, where they started, how they got here. I think nobody's had a tougher road than these Eastern Eagles. Look at the power rankings pre-postseason. 1 and 2, Mallards, D-backs. They beat them both. Dallas Allen played phenomenally. Blade's been so good. This lineup number 1 through 4, all hitting the ball so well. Walgate's a great pitcher, yes, so is Bonham, but Bonham's stuff, not that dynamic, and I think the Eagles' offense is going to just eat him alive if he's pouring it in there. So I think it's all about execution. That's kind of been my buzzword the last 2 years. Whoever executes will win the series, but I think tomorrow in Atlanta, the Eagles will execute. I got them winning in 4 games. But before we go to Mr. Schultz for your prediction, I want to kick it over to Texas for our celebrity guest picker.
Sparky from Dude Perfect checking in. MLW World Series time, what everybody's been waiting for, and what a peachy matchup. Fitting that this thing's going down in the ATL in Georgia. It's the Eagles, it's the Magic. The Magic have overcome their demons that were the Preds. The Eagles are hot, though, and this time of the year, sometimes it's who's hottest. But with that being said, give me the Magic in 5. It's the arms, it's the depth of the arms. The bullpen is what gets it done. It takes all 5, but the Magic claim their first ever MLW title. Good luck, boys.
All right, thank you, Sparky, for that prediction. Now, Mark Schultz, you have a game-by-game analysis. Let's start with Game 1 and your overall thoughts, I guess, about this matchup.
It's going to be a great, exciting matchup. It's going to start early tomorrow.
That's right.
I see that Grant Miller is going to come out and just hammer it the first pitch he sees.
Whoa, big prediction.
And Magic,
If that happens.
solid in Game 1, 2-0. Magic start very fast tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
We go to Game 2. We switch to Trevor and Blade. Blade is effectively wild.
Whoa.
And I see Daniel with a 3-run homer.
Whoa, big prediction.
With an Eagles 3-1 win
Okay.
to even things up.
No bias there whatsoever.
We go to Game 3. This is where we start to see the depth of the Eagles.
That's right.
I see a Zach Whalen, a dribbler, a Landon, another sacrifice fly. They win a game that goes back and forth, 0-1, 2-1. Eagles win 3-2.
Okay.
In Game 2. Now they're 1 win away.
I hope you guys are enjoying this analysis just as much as me. Proceed.
It's very detailed. This is impressive.
Okay, Game 4.
Okay.
We'll see the depth of the Magic with Trevor and Aigner being solid in each of the games. We'll go to Game 5.
Game 5.
And Game 5 comes down to who believes the most. And if you remember back in Detroit when they were 1-5, nobody believed in the Eagles. Nobody but themselves.
Oh, we go with the Eagles. We got the head here. Shout out to everybody at Roswell. Shout out to all the fans we're about to see in Atlanta. That will do it for the 2023 MLW World Series Preview Show. Enjoy the games, folks. See you Friday. All right, guys. Carson's going to be the BL 101 player of the day. We also got Dallas here, but eating that wing on stage 2 of the relay race. Just talk about that iconic performance.
I just tried to get it down as much as I could. I didn't even swallow it, honestly.
What does that mean?
It was still in my, I just kept shoveling it into my mouth. I was like a chipmunk. It was awesome.
Do you think that's going to set the tone for the Eagles tomorrow?
Oh yeah, we're ready. We're ready. We're coming.